Today, we're talking about delay and procrastination. Now, I'm sure you've heard this before, but we become really good at the things we do often during the day. So, I guarantee if you're sitting on the couch watching TV for several hours a day, you're probably becoming a professional couch potato. So today we're going to talk about what you can do and what action steps you can take to get that confidence back in areas that we've been procrastinating and delaying in. When we don't feel competent in the exercise that we're about to complete, we often delay it because why do it if I'm not going to do it well? So what I'm going to show you are 4 basic moves. I'm going to show you a shoulder raise or a lateral raise. I'm going to show you a squat, a plank, and a push-up. I'm going to show you how to confidently master these moves so that you can actually do them and no longer delay and procrastinate these exercises. So the first one is going to be a shoulder raise. Now you're standing with your hips, you're standing with your feet hip width apart, your hands are directly by your hips. When you raise, you're only going to stop at a T level and your pinkies are going to be slightly higher than your thumbs. So they're coming up, stop at a T, come back down. If you feel this in your neck, I want you to push your chest up a little bit further. That's going to isolate it directly into the shoulder. Now, a lot of people have trouble when it comes to squats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to track your knees out appropriately, the placement of your knees, and how to sit back in your hips. All right, so from the front, I want you to have your feet about hip width apart, turn your toes slightly out, and when you drop into a squat, track your knees out to the side. Okay, so sometimes we come in like this, that's not a squat. Make sure they're going out to the side. Now from the side angle, here I am standing straight. I'm going to root all of the weight into my heels, sit back all the way, drop my butt as far as it can go, hoping that those quads get parallel to the ground while keeping my chest lifted and my knees over my shoelaces. So now it's time to tackle the push-ups and the planks. I'm going to start with plank. If you're doing plank on your forearm or your hands need to be directly underneath your shoulders, and then go ahead and push the weight into those heels. You're going to lift your hips up slightly and tuck the pelvis. That's going to create a perfectly flat line, and then make sure your head is in neutral spine. You're squeezing your glutes. At the same time, you're tucking that pelvis under and activating your core. Now, if you're going on to your forearms, go ahead and place those forearms on the ground, and I like to put my hands directly on the ground. Again, same thing, press all the weight into those heels and tuck the pelvis underneath. Then go ahead and make sure that your head is in neutral spine and you're squeezing your glutes again, your lower abs, and keeping that pelvis tucked. So you can actually master that by just rotating that pelvis underneath. Now we're moving into push-up. So I like to make sure that my hands are about at the width of the mat. Go ahead and push your feet back. You're also squeezing your glutes and your and your abs at the same time. And you're dropping down, pushing your elbows kind of at a 45-degree angle, and then pushing back up. You don't want your elbows coming straight out. Go at a 45-degree angle and press yourself up. Now that you've mastered those, there's no time to procrastinate. So I don't know if this has happened to you, but it certainly has happened to me. I'll go to the grocery store, I'll buy all this amazing, delicious food, lots of veggies, fruits, lean meats, and I'm like, yes, this week I'm going to be super healthy. But then a little bit later, my basil kind of looks like this, and my zucchini is kind of smushy, and the meat's gone bad, and I'm like, why didn't I eat that? And I was thinking about action plans that I could put in place because all this good food was going to waste. So what I do now, as opposed to getting home from the grocery store and putting all that delicious food directly into the fridge where it can kind of sit for a couple days, maybe too long, I immediately chop up my food. So right now, I have all these delicious peppers and the cauliflower that I'm going to chop up and bag up. And then I immediately chopped up this chicken with an awesome balsamic olive oil, just this yummy vinaigrette, and it's marinating for tonight. So as soon as I do that and it's already ready, I immediately want to eat that food. It's going to take way less time when I'm super ravenous and hungry, so I no longer have to procrastinate and I don't have to delay eating that amazing, delicious food. A surefire way to stop delay and procrastination in its tracks is learning. So I challenge you to find something that you truly love in your life. Take the time to fully understand it, perform it daily, and master it. I promise this will be a way to kick delay and procrastination to the curb.